Mercedes's recent performance, following the summer break, has been nothing short of impressive, especially considering their situation at the beginning of the season. With the introduction of their B-spec car in Monaco, Mercedes has consistently posed a significant challenge for podium finishes. In recent races, they've even appeared to be strong contenders for the top spots. However, as we look ahead to the next season, a different narrative emerges, suggesting that their recent outstanding performances might be masking more profound underlying issues. The looming question is whether Mercedes is genuinely poised to challenge Red Bull in the upcoming year, or if persistent and peculiar problems will continue to thwart their championship aspirations. Let's delve deeper into the matter. Let's focus on Mercedes's recent performance, which has been undeniably remarkable. Lewis Hamilton's performance in Mexico was exceptional, nearly securing second place comfortably, although we'll analyze the intricacies of that race later in this discussion. Notably, it marked his 197th Formula One podium, and it's quite possible he could reach an impressive milestone of 200 podium finishes by the end of the season. In Austin, Hamilton faced disqualification due to a breach of technical regulations. Despite this setback, he managed to finish second in the sprint race and the subsequent feature race. However, the validity of these results is questionable due to the technical infringement. The race in Qatar showed promise for Mercedes, but Lewis Hamilton's early race-ending incident effectively ended their chances and sent his teammate to the back of the grid. Therefore, despite their recent on-track speed, Mercedes's results don't necessarily mirror their performance. George Russell has encountered his share of struggles as well. While Hamilton has consistently secured podiums, George has only managed one this season, which occurred back in Spain. Although he finished 6th in Mexico, he openly admitted that Daniel Ricciardo could have overtaken him with an additional lap. George's tyres were significantly degraded after pushing too hard in an attempt to pass Carlos Sainz. Despite these recent suboptimal performances from either driver, there remains a sense of optimism within the Mercedes team. Notably, Mercedes unveiled a new floor in Austin, sparking discussions about their 2024 Formula One prospects. The primary goal was to affirm the direction of development for next year's car. If the results of this upgrade prove positive, Mercedes will likely continue to pursue the development path indicated by the new floor design. While the precise details of this development path are known only to the team, the on-track results thus far indicate that the new floor is yielding favorable outcomes. Lewis Hamilton has lauded the car's balance following this recent upgrade, reflecting his renewed confidence in the team. He expressed his pride in the team and unwavering faith in their capabilities, stating, "I'm incredibly proud of my team, and I have total faith in the team." He acknowledges that despite facing challenges in the past 2 years, the team has the potential to build a formidable car. Hamilton's optimism is shared by many of the engineers within the Mercedes team, all determined to chart their unique course. However, Hamilton is mindful of Red Bull's continued progress and emphasizes the need for strategic and clinical decision-making to stay competitive. In conclusion, Mercedes's recent performances have been impressive, but whether they can mount a strong challenge against Red Bull in the next season remains uncertain. The team's ability to address underlying issues and capitalize on recent upgrades will play a crucial role in their championship aspirations. They are already aware of the challenge we face when battling those formidable opponents. Their straight-line speed is remarkable, and we find ourselves losing around 2.5 tenths as we approach turn 1. However, I firmly believe that we are well prepared for the task at hand. If we can develop a car capable of matching their performance, we are poised for some thrilling battles in the upcoming year. This is a perpetual question mark for Mercedes. Certainly, they can construct an exceptional car, which is evident in their current machinery. But the burning question is whether they can craft a vehicle that can stand toe-to-toe with Red Bull. This is the prevailing concern for every team on the grid at this moment. Mercedes may feel that, given the progress they've achieved this season, they can engineer a car capable of surpassing Red Bull. Toto Wolff has been consistently optimistic about Mercedes' car improvements this season, and after the recent race in Mexico, he maintained his usual positive outlook. The Mercedes team principle shared with Sky, "Yes, the smiles on our faces stem from the car's strength. Once Lewis had some clear space on the track, we had a substantial advantage on the medium tires." Hamilton had voiced concerns about the durability of his medium tires in maintaining P2, but Wolff hinted, "We've been discussing this for 20 years during the race. They won't hold up." Today was a first. He commended the car's performance and lauded Hamilton's brilliant drive, acknowledging the natural performance variations. Wolff also praised Hamilton's performance in Mexico, describing it as one of his finest races. considering the uncertainty surrounding the medium tires. However, before the red flag, Leclerc faced no real threat from Lewis Hamilton's Mercedes. Charles Leclerc stopped 7 laps later, rejoining the race still ahead, giving him a tire advantage in what seemed like a probable one-stop battle between them. Even if the Mercedes demonstrated superior tire management and didn't require as much lift and coasting to preserve the brake calipers, it was outpaced on the straights, as evidenced by George Russell's failed attempt to pass Carlos Sainz with doctors. Hamilton was granted another opportunity to challenge Leclerc after Kevin Magnussen's Turn 9 incident prompted a red flag and restart. This allowed Hamilton to switch to a set of medium tires. While Ferrari chose to keep both its cars on hard tires for the remainder of the race, the competition hinged on whether Hamilton could overtake Leclerc before his tires deteriorated. Hamilton executed a daring move, almost touching the grass, to pass Leclerc. At that point, Verstappen held a 3-second lead and continued to maintain a consistent advantage of 0.3 seconds per lap over the Mercedes. Even while cruising, Hamilton's fastest lap of the race on the final lap seemed to take Verstappen by surprise, as he could have also pushed for a final quick lap to secure it. The Ferraris on hard tires should have posed a late race challenge to Lewis, benefiting from the longevity of their tires over the Mercedes mediums. However, they had to balance saving their engines and brakes from overheating, as both components reached elevated temperatures. Mercedes tire management in the latter stages of races has been a hallmark of their performance throughout the season. They've consistently surprised everyone with their minimal tire degradation once they've burned off most of their fuel load. This advantage had nothing to do with the new floor. Without the red flag, Lewis might never have even had an opportunity to challenge Charles's position, but that's a scenario we'll never be certain of. He readily acknowledged that he never had a genuine shot at Verstappen either. Lewis conceded, "Yeah, for sure, I could have pushed a little bit harder, but I did attempt at one point to see if I had saved enough to close the gap to maximum. It was about 10 laps to go, and I posted a 22.0 while Max clocked a 21.9. I thought, I'll leave it be. He was just cruising at 21.9, so I decided to maintain my position." Despite the ongoing improvements to the W14, Mercedes remains out of reach of a Red Bull car that has undergone relatively limited development in comparison. Mercedes has introduced a series of upgrades since the comprehensive overhaul of their car in Monaco, but the impact has not been significant. Lewis emphasized the need for substantial changes next year if Mercedes is genuinely committed to contending for a championship. While their recent results have been impressive, Mercedes still grapples with several challenges. One issue pertains to their strategic decisions, which have come under scrutiny in the last 2 races. In Austin, they found themselves caught between a 1- and 2-stop race, causing Lewis Hamilton to lose valuable time by extending his initial stint excessively. Then, in Mexico, Christian Horner noted that if there hadn't been a red flag and Mercedes had pursued a one-stop strategy with Lewis, they had pitted him prematurely for it to be optimal. They had a stroke of luck as they opted for a one-stop strategy quite early in the race. Ultimately, they might have been outperformed by the Ferraris. Additionally, Mercedes faces challenges in comprehending their car's behavior, particularly regarding ground effect issues. In Mexico, Lewis delivered a commendable performance, but it didn't match his exceptional performance in Austin, and he expressed dissatisfaction with the car. Hamilton placed 11th in FP1 and 7th in FP2, while his teammate George Russell was 10th in FP2 after handing his car to Mercedes junior driver Frederick Vest for the first session. Hamilton remarked, "The car is night and day different compared to last week. I don't know what to say. You just never know what you're going to get with this one. Some days she's great, and some days she's not." The car has been dubbed a diva for 2 years, signifying that it doesn't behave as expected, yet Mercedes has struggled to rectify this issue. When they arrive at a track, they often find themselves uncertain about what to expect from the car. Addressing this balance issue is critical if they intend to make substantial progress in the off-season. While Mercedes has achieved notable results on the track recently and appeared in strong positions, a plethora of challenges remain to be resolved if they aim to mount a genuine championship challenge next year. What's your perspective on Mercedes' performance in the second half of this season? Do you have reservations about their capacity to build a competitive car to challenge Red Bull? I'm eager to hear your thoughts and perspectives. Please share them in the comments section below. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel for notifications on our future uploads, ensuring you stay informed about the developments in the 2023 Formula One season.